Hello everyone, and thank you for watching this Congruent Lives presentation on behalf of the Fullerton Joint Union High School District. Today we're going to be talking about the social awareness component of social and emotional learning, or SEL. Before we get started, let me put a name to the voice you're hearing. My name is Alex Felt. I'm a marriage and family therapist, and I currently work as clinical director of the Student Supplemental Support Program at Congruent Lives, Inc. I'm very excited today to be able to teach you about social awareness in your students and how you can encourage it. So why don't we get started? Very briefly, the social emotional learning model, or SEL, identifies 3 areas that can help integrate a student's emotional world into the classroom and improve overall student performance. Cognitive skills, which includes the ability to sustain attention and control impulses. Emotional skills, which include emotional knowledge and behavior regulation. And interpersonal skills, which involves the ability to understand social cues and resolve conflicts with peers. Social awareness is a subset of interpersonal and emotional skills and can be defined as the ability to understand what others are going through, sometimes better known as empathy. This can be reflective in a student's social skills inside and outside of the classroom and can result in better student performance if it is modeled and integrated in the student environment. Essentially, reflective listening is a 2-step strategy that it demonstrates to the student the ability to empathize with others in a mature way. In order for you to practice reflective listening, first you listen and try to understand exactly what the student is saying, and second, you repeat the idea back to them. For example, when a student says, "I feel like the pressure my family puts me through is overwhelming, like they won't give me an inch of free space," you can respond with something like, "It sounds like you're saying your family puts you under a lot of pressure. It sounds really hard." I've included a clip from Inside Out in the description. I think it's a great example of Sadness using reflective listening to better empathize and understand her friend. And I think it's exactly what you could do. Here are some great ways to start off a reflective statement after you've heard what the student is trying to say. My favorite is the last one because it really reflects many dilemmas people can feel themselves throughout their lives. Something along the lines of, on the one hand, it feels that you're really put on a high pedestal in your family. But on the other hand, you're really struggling to figure yourself out and work through their expectations. It can be a really powerful tool to really communicate to someone you're where they are and you understand. If there's anything I want you to get from this presentation, though, it's not to be afraid of being wrong in your reflections. As long as you're in the general ballpark of how the student is feeling, they'll understand and adjust what you just said. The important part is that you're trying to understand them because you care. That can be a really powerful message to anyone, partners, students, coworkers, anyone really in your life, and can really serve you well. Many people, when they hear someone going through something, they will often offer advice. When this is done prematurely, students, significant others, or neighbors, like anyone really, they will often feel like they're being lectured to, or you feel like you're saying you shouldn't feel this way. The goal in this intervention is not to fix whatever problem presents itself, but instead just to lend support. This has been a presentation by Congruent Lives, Inc. Thank you everyone for watching. If you would like to know any more, there's information and links in the description, as well as the pre-mentioned videos showing both how to do these interventions and how not to.